France and Germany have announced a deal to help one another out in the midst of this energy crisis, which is currently gripping the European continent. France will send gas to Germany if needed, while Germany stands by to provide it with electricity. Dave Keating, our Brussels correspondent, has more on how Europe is looking to cope with the energy crisis.
The degree to which people knew this was going to be an issue was shown in how much this was talked about even before Russia invaded Ukraine. In January and February of this year, one of the really nightmare scenarios of such an invasion was its effect on energy in Europe, because people could see exactly how things were going to play out. If Russia invaded, the EU would impose very difficult sanctions on Russia, and Russia would retaliate by using energy as a weapon. That is exactly what happened. Now, just 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks after Russia invaded Ukraine, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen unveiled this Repower EU plan, which basically had three emergency rush measures in mind. One is filling up gas storage throughout the EU. The goal was set at 85% full by November. Actually, that's proceeded a lot faster than experts were suggesting. We're right now at 80% capacity for storage. That's really unprecedented in terms of storage at a time when gas is needed. And it's expected that that target will be easily reached. In fact, France is aiming to get to 100% by November, and Germany is aiming to get to 95%. But on the other parts of the Repower EU plan, there hasn't been as much success. On one hand, they want to increase the connections between European countries for gas and for electricity, so that the gas and electricity can go where it needs to go when it's needed, which is just the connections between France and Germany are just one part of that. The problem is getting those interconnections, those bi-directional flows, has really been neglected for a long time by European countries, and that's not something you can do overnight. Nevertheless, they have been working hard to get those connections increased. And the other is finding alternative sources of gas. In terms of pipeline gas, the options are limited because the imports from Norway and North Africa are pretty much at capacity, but they're building these liquefied natural gas terminals where they can get gas, mostly from the United States, via liquid by ship.